Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to AeginaCraft. In this video, I want to play with resin dyes, alcohol dyes, epoxy inks, you name it. And I want to see how they fare. Now, I bought a bunch and I tested them, and they're actually working. They are dyes and they are inks. But I wanted to do some of this. You drip the dye in the resin, which is already in the mold, and see what comes out on the other end. And yeah, so I selected the cheapest stuff you can get online. I got alcohol ink, resin dye, alcohol dye, and everything in between. All these brands are from China, and I swear to God they're from the same company but labeled differently. The funny story with these companies, they turn up, you can buy them for a few months, a year, and then they disappear, and there's another label with the same kind of bottle comes up. So yeah, this is what this video is going to be about. I'm just gonna play with some dyes, test them out, and meanwhile, we'll see how they work. Is it worth it, or do you need to invest into the expensive stuff? I don't know. Let's check it out. All right. So we have set up, and I made sure that the light doesn't glare into my camera, so it's here, so that you can see the things I'm doing. The things. Yeah, let me get a spatula and start mixing the resin. So I got jewel crafting resin. Not jewel crafting, jewel casting. Jesus. I just gone. No, this word is just... Every video I'm talking about this thing, I always fuck it up. Anyway, so I have jewel casting resin. I'm gonna pour it into the geode mold, which I used many times before. And then we're gonna drop the dye in it. Now, I played around with this before, and I made a horrendous mess because I wasn't supposed to touch it after I drip it, and of course I couldn't help myself, so I just messed with it too much, and it became like a muddy muck. So I'm doing this video again, but this time I'm just gonna drip it in. First, I poured a big mold, and I dripped it in the middle and all that, and it just became, anyway, it wasn't cool. So it's like, let's do it on a smaller scale, like I saw it in the other videos, and let's try to replicate it with cheap shit. Because here in AeginaCraft, I experiment with stuff, and I'll try to replicate what other channels do, but instead of using their expensive promoted stuff, I want to use some cheap stuff, which is which is affordable for everyone, because this is a hobby and it shouldn't be overpriced, and it should be an elitist thing for only people who have a lot of money. And that's why I'm here, to try to save you some money, doing what I do best. Fuck around and find out. I made way too much. I need to get another mold. Thank God I have one. I feel this one up too. I need another mold. Thank God I have one. Alright, this is not gonna be full. Oh, thank God. Okay. So, let's get down to the brass tacks. Okay. So I have here no-name cheap-ass Fanzariche something epoxy resin dye made in China, and there's benzene, alcohol, water, and toner. It is basically just pigment in water, and if you drop it in, it won't spread. I tried, it doesn't work. So I'm just gonna put them aside, because it will stay as a droplet in the middle of the resin, and I don't want that. I want it to spread and do the thing what I saw in the big videos. Maybe we're gonna fuck with that. This is alcohol ink. This is pigment dissolved in alcohol. So we're gonna play with that. This is alcohol ink as well, which is a lie because, as you can see clearly, it's just water. It's just alcohol and mica powder. And I don't know why my phone does this focus thing. I'm sorry about that. I'll try to fix it in the future. I'm just gonna spray the resin first because it has a bunch of bubbles in it, and I don't want that. Okay. Now, I think I'm gonna start dripping stuff. I should mix it up before I start dripping stuff. Boink. This looks interesting. The mica powder sinks to the bottom, and the alcohol creates a ring on the top, and as it evaporates, gets to the center again. Interesting. Huh. Who would have thought? The other thing I bought is alcohol ink again from Decor Room, and it says middle on it, and it has a cupcake on it, and I have no idea what it means because I don't speak cupcake. And the other one, I had another bottle of this thing, and the other one says, focus you fuck it. Anyway, the other one says bottom, and it has a snowflake on it. And now we are on OnlyFans territory again. Look, king shaming is bad. You shouldn't king shame anyone. It's nothing wrong with somebody being bottom, okay? It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with being a bottom snowflake. We don't king shame here on AeginaCraft. So that's that. I dripped the bottom in it, and I want to put some red. This is alcohol ink, so I think it's pigment in denatured alcohol. Okay, if I drip this in it, yeah, it spreads out. Exactly what I thought. So it doesn't stay in place as the copper. It just spreads out. And then when the alcohol evaporates from it, shrinks back again, as you can see. Very interesting findings. Oh, by the way, let's talk about the channel a little bit, if you are here already. As you know, I do this channel full time, and I invest my money in materials to make videos about, because I don't have sponsored content on this channel, and I test and experiment with stuff for you, for your entertainment and for money saving purposes for you. So I do the thing so that you don't have to. Anyway, I fund this channel from my pocket, and I accept donations and support on buymeacoffee.com, which is a website where you can actually spend $5 or something, and you can buy me a coffee online. This is the alcohol dye I use for my ocean wave art. It is very, very strong alcohol. Anyway, so I found it myself. I found the channel myself, and I thought that if I open the shop now, I will be able to make enough money in YouTube ad revenue, the shop, and everything to keep everything afloat. But that's not how it is, and I would like to ask for your support if you have the means, and if I saved you some money, whatever, or if I provided you some entertainment, and if you think I'm worthy of your money, please consider supporting me or AeginaCraft on buymeacoffee.com, even with $5. That would be a great help right now, because just about now I'm ready for a miracle, to be honest. I have messed up because I never had a retail shop before. I always had a contractor-based job, which means that I was able to predict my income because I had customers booked in for the future, and it's not happening this time. And I made money this month because of your donations and you buying art from me and people coming by the shop and buying art and all that. But I reinvested it into buying wood, resin, pigments, because I expected I will have that much more revenue next month. Instead of putting money aside for bills and stuff, because I thought I'm gonna make enough money next coming week so I can pay the bills when they come. That didn't happen, and I fucked up. And I just learned that if you are having a retail shop, you cannot immediately reinvest your money. Whatever money you made so far, you have to put it aside, and you have to make sure your bills are covered from that money what you already made, and not from the money you are expecting. Anyway, so I fucked up, and next week I'm gonna go and do some painting and decorating work around the island, which is kind of hard to get some work like that because it's an island. There's only so many houses here. But anyway, I got a lovely client who is going to give me some work to do, so I'm going to be able to pay for my credit card bills. Thank God, thank her. But I'm probably going to cut back on the videos because I'm not going to be able to spend enough time here. So yeah, I need to make money. And all I'm saying is, if you have the time, if you have the means to support me in some way, I would greatly appreciate it. Or if you don't like to give out donations, please consider going on my web shop, AeginaCraft.com, and please consider buying some of my art pieces. I have art there from $15 to up to the sky. If you want to get something in exchange, please commission me a painting or something, or just consider it, or just spread the word. If somebody has a birthday or something, I'm here. I'm able to make stuff. I'm sorry for this break. My phone overheated, so I had to turn on my mobile AC and shove it in front of it to cool it down. It happens when I'm trying to record 4K. Little baby doesn't like it. Anyway, so a few minutes has passed, and we have a nice spread. It has spread out more than I expected. I was keep dripping while my phone was overheated for a little longer, and we are now having a flower pattern developing in every single one of them. I'm going to leave it as it is for now, and I'm gonna wait for it to cure. And how about if we get back to this once it dries, pop it and see what happened. I'm really curious about the different kind of dyes, the water-based dye, the sinking dye. I think I figured out how they make the sinking dye. The alcohol, mica powder and alcohol, how they react, and the hardcore heavy duty liquid glass dye. I wonder. Anyway, yeah, let's cut this here, and we meet here when we are having a cured product. See you in a minute. Well, hello everyone. We are back. I'm sorry I don't have my mic with me. I'm gonna speak a little bit louder just to have some control over the audio later on. I have demolded these last night during the live stream, so sorry about that. I didn't do it with you, but I couldn't wait. Now they look like pressed flowers under glass, which is amazing. And as you can see, the white pigments, the white ink pretty much stayed in one piece. The alcohol dyes dissolved, and the mica powder got suspended mid-level. And the other thing I observed is the yellow water-based dye has got encapsulated in whole. And that's what I learned. So if I want to have a spreading color, I'm going to use alcohol ink or alcohol dye, pure alcohol dye. So it's dye dissolved in alcohol. If I want to have floaty droplets, I'm going to have pigments dissolved in alcohol or water. And mica it just floats all over the place. So it doesn't really do anything. Mica just goes with the flow. That's my findings. So it basically every single different ink and dye is used for different purposes. This was a very good experiment. I learned a lot about it, and yeah, just check it out. This is the top. This is the bottom, and the clear is so goddamn clear. It's amazing. You can see the yellow. You see the yellow there? Stayed in the center. It's my mica. Really looks like a piece of flour. All right. Now, what's gonna happen with these? I'm gonna tell you. I will make a shop link for these specific coasters. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coaster. Okay, and there is gonna be a listing, and there is gonna be a link in the description of this video where you can support me and donate some money to buy these from me and keep a piece of AeginaCraft history with you. Why I'm doing this is because I fucked up my finances and I really need some cash flow in, and I don't want you to donate money just for the sake of donating. If you want, you can keep an AeginaCraft piece of history with you, and that's it really. This coaster set is a unique, one-of-a-kind coaster set. It's the Ink Experiment coaster set, and this is gonna cost 50 euros plus shipping. The shipping is about 8 to 10 bucks. I don't know, something like that on this. So you're gonna find the listing down below, and if the listing is still live, this is available. If the listing has 0 quantities, then somebody already donated and got this as a memento or a piece of history from AeginaCraft. You will receive this, you will receive a handwritten thank you letter and some other goodie in the box with this. Yeah, I think we learned a lot about this, and we learned a lot about the dyes and the inks in this video. I certainly did. I'm not gonna drop 50 droplets in one place anymore, or if I want to have a nice flower, I'm gonna use the alcohol dyes first, Then I'm gonna use the heavier droplets to go through the alcohol dye and color it like I did it in the blue. Anyway, this was a very nice experiment, and I'm really happy I did it cold turkey without any previous experience or previous research, because now I was able to observe it for myself and experience it for myself at the first time. It's pretty cool. I liked it. I really hope you got something out of this video. These are like the cheapest dyes and inks are usable as well. That's what I learned, even if it's from China. Still looks fabulous. Sometimes, it's easier to buy the cheapest stuff than make it for yourself. But if you have the time, you can also make it for yourself. I'm gonna make a video on that soon as well. I really hope you got something out of this video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you very much for all your support. I see you guys in the next one. Bye.